really joy and pride that this 5th edition, we have over about 18 countries and then 16 Indian states coming as participants for the 5th edition this year. So talking about the 5th edition, we are having the 5th edition of the Brillante Piano Festival at the magnificent Prestige Center of Performing Arts at Bangalore, scheduled for 28 and 29 September. And we are thrilled to announce that people from all over the world are coming. People from all diverse background. Everyone is coming together to be part of the festival. We also have the street piano, which is on 22nd September. Street piano happened for the first time here in Kohima, and that was post-COVID. And for the second time, we are having at Bangalore city. So it is happening for the first time in South India as well. And it's happening in the heart of the Bangalore at the Church Street. So that people in Bangalore are also very amazed and surprised that we're getting an opportunity to do something in Church Street, which has never happened. So we are really excited about that as well. And also we have our very exclusive program, that is the Specially Abled Musicians program, where people from Nagaland as well and across India as well, people with special needs who are truly gifted, who are musicians, are coming to participate during the festival as well. And so we are really excited.
It gives me great joy and pride to speak about this beloved festival that began in Kohima Nagaland in 2017. Brillante is all about awakening possibilities. It is about changing lives. It is about community impact, from the person to the family to the community and to the nation through the transformative power of music. We are deeply committed to our pursuit and our purpose in contributing to our community and to the whole world through this, the gift of music that God has given to empower, to facilitate, to build bridges, to break down barriers, and also to celebrate music for all that it is, a treasure and a gift, a blessing, a therapy, a source of enjoyment, and so much more. I think all of us can relate to that. So we use the platform of music to communicate the power of collaboration, the power of the human spirit, the power of working hard and discipline, the power of communities coming together because they all speak one language, and that language is music. This year, for the first time, we are moving the entire festival from Nagaland to South India. Of course, this is our first launchpad debut as a whole festival. We are so grateful to all our partners, collaborators, and the fraternity of musicians and art lovers in Bangalore that has just openly just embraced our coming and has given their support through their resources, their energy, their sharing, their love, and also through sponsorships as well. So we are deeply grateful, and it also empowers us when we see communities being open, not just because we're coming as a music brand, but of course I think the fact that it is something from Nagaland. Nagaland is known for our culture and music, and when we go to another state, we represent that. We don't just represent a music festival as such, but we represent our people, our culture, and all that we're known for. And so we hope that we want to represent that in the best possible way, the best of Nagaland in music, in culture, and also in terms of entrepreneurship, because Brillante is an IP of Nagaland, and music has become a huge industry globally. In that way, we also want to represent, of course, our culture and our industry entrepreneurs as well that can come along. And so for that, we have also collaborated with the Department of Industries, where they're sending entrepreneurs down to also use the same platform to showcase their products, and that is something we are very excited to collaborate with continually in the days to come, where the merge of music, hospitality, and industries of all different kinds can come together to be in one platform and to represent and bring a wonderful platform for a community to have an experience. The special thing about Brillante is that it is the only multi-genre piano festival in the world, and our event goes beyond just music experience. It is a creative engagement, it is a cultural experience. It is also known for our innovative platforms that we introduce. Brillante also takes great pride in, of course, as our PR has shared, in being the one that has pioneered a platform for musicians with special needs. It is known as the SAM program. Through that, it is a platform for empowerment and to celebrate the resilience and the spirit of our musicians with special needs who overcome various challenges in order to step into a platform where they're also expressing equally with the rest of the people who may be more fortunate in other ways. And so we are taking our musicians down. There are also musicians coming from different states of India to be part of the SAM initiative as well. They will be performing in our showcase stages and the main stage as well. Our programs this year, we're very excited. We have planned a series of programs that are that are to enrich, I think, the community. We have 2 full days of full-on programs at 2 different venues that is all corresponded in one venue. Of course, the Prestige Center for Performing Arts and the Forum Mall and the entire vicinity of that property. So we have a showcase that is like 20 plus groups that will be showcasing the performance throughout the day. We have workshops, panel discussions, the really top panelists and people in the music space, personalities, prodigies. We have very exciting and thrilling competitions. Initially we began with just 3, but now we have added 3 more other components to do with music production, chord prodigy, as well as a contest to see which is the fastest fingers for this year. So it's a competition called the Flying Ninja, to determine the fastest fingers in the festival this year. So that is, we're trying to be as inclusive as possible to include a variety of performers, not just the formally educated people, but all types of people, aficionados, people who love music, to come and be a part of the celebration process. In the evenings, we have a lot of beautiful artists that have been planned to perform for the evening. We have our top artists, of course, from Hungary. We have a concert pianist who is a very well-known ambassador for music. His name is Maran Banabdala from Hungary. He is also really someone who has been an ambassador for us. This is his 2nd time in participating in the festival. We have Aman Mahajan, who is heading the jazz component. And one of our headlining artists is Lydian Nadhaswaram. Lydian is a prodigy who is a global sensation, and he's the one who won the world's best pianist. So he's an amazing, not just a pianist, he's a musician who can play 25 different instruments, and he composes film scores in Tamil Nadu and many things. He's coming with his entire family and his sister. They're going to be performing together. We also hope to have our beloved CM from Meghalaya, Conrad S. Sangma, to be performing as well during the event. There's a lineup of many different artists who will also, I think, appeal to a wide variety of audience, the youth as well. Nalayak is also one. He's a pop rock genre performer, but he will be doing an acoustic set during the concerts, and so many more from Nagaland. We have 60-member group going from Nagaland, part of a culture troupe that I think one of the team members will discuss more about. We have our ballerina, another ballerina who lives out of Nagaland in Southeast Asia. She'll be coming to perform just for the festival, and our little girl Gentina from Dimapur will also be coming, and Hope Academy students. So these are, it's a whole community effort. I want to just stress that. Brillante, when we organize the festival, we don't have just one brand person and orchestrating and asking everyone to come along. It is an entire community who has been with us from 2017. So along the way, they've been part of the festival. I think that speaks a lot about us as a festival, is that people who started in 2017 with us are still with us in 2024. It talks about our commitment, it talks about the purity of our intent, that people, even if we don't pay them, they're willing to journey with us because they feel and they know that they are part of something that is special. Because our vision is to enrich the ecosystem for musicians and for the whole stakeholders of the music, I think planet, as I would want to say, or the solar system, you know. There's so many different components. It's not the education alone. It's not just the performers alone. But there's so many, like the parents who are part of nurturing talents. You have the whole community that needs to support. And you are part of that as press, that come and support such things, because you have to tell the story in a way that excites and that energizes and that gives the right picture to the community to know about such things. So it's a whole community, and so in that way we also have one very exciting thing. I think it's a personal joy also, is what we call Friends of the Festival. This is a community wing of Brillante that involves just anyone. Like, I would consider you all friends of the festival, because beyond your responsibility, you also, I believe, have been supporting us, the festival, throughout these years. So Friends of the Festival can be for anyone from children to adults to, you know, the President of India, to any grandmother in the village who has a heart and who loves what we're doing and who would like to support that. So this year we have officially Friends of the Festival, a lot of people, but an official partnering school is the Christian Higher Secondary School in Dimapur. As an entire school, they have adopted the SAM program, and the children are all coming forward to donate, to send our SAM artists down in terms of their own donation or whatever way in which they want to support. Is that they will share, they will talk about it, they want to be part of the group, they want to be part of the movement. And so those are the small things that really give us the fuel to continue working for what we do. And so I just wanted to highlight that as well.
Here also I'm part of Brillante, and I'll be looking after the hospitality section in this 5th edition Brillante. But more than that, I'm more excited about this year Brillante is I'm sending one folk group which is from Chedema village. It is called the Likri folk group. It is a assemble of 6 young boys and 6 young girls. This group actually, it was formed during a church camp. They went for a church camp and they formed this group with the aim to learn our rich traditional folk songs and folk dance, because our generation, even my generation or maybe our younger generations, they are no more interested in learning these folk songs and folk dance. But this group, they have decided, to give time and learn about this folk song, folk dance, and they're visiting the old men and women in the village also, and learning the old poems which is written in our local dialects, and now they're converting it into songs, folk songs, and also, and they're also very excited to be part of this Brillante. And when we talk about Brillante, Brillante is not only about the piano things like playing piano, but it involves many other programs. So even these folk groups, the groups are going down to represent our Nagaland tradition. So we are more of representing our Nagaland down there in Bangalore. So we are really excited about this group also, and they're also giving their best. They're practicing every day, and right after our Brillante performance in Bangalore, they will be going down to Kochi, Kerala. They got an invitations. They're also in Kerala, so they will be representing our Nagaland down there in Kerala also. So this time they will be representing Nagaland both in Bangalore as well as Kerala. So this is what I want to share about this folk group. So maybe later, if you have any questions about this, maybe we can talk about this group as well.
The festival is happening in a very new place for the festival itself. So maybe in my experience as a career professional in digital marketing, I've seen for the first time that this festival has 2 digital marketing organizations who is handling the digital marketing strategy, because the market where the festival is happening in Bangalore is different than where it used to always happen, which is here in Nagaland. So here we have Modern Event Branding in Nagaland, who is taking care of all the digital marketing, social media, and all of this strategies and postings and all of that. However, we also have a group called Miracle Media, who is taking care of digital marketing back there in Bangalore. And the reason most of it is because the market is different, how people consume digital content is very different. So the way digital marketing works, the strategies that works may be very different from how it works in Nagaland. So that is how we are combining maybe the brands that exist there in the Bangalore market and the brands that exist here in Nagaland. Because apart from promoting all the musics and musicians and all, we also want to promote the soft power of Nagaland. And I think it is high time that most people out there in the mainland India, also in the other states, also knows about us, and that we are not just people who are traditionally and culturally professional and good, as they all see in other festivals and other times. We also excel in so many other areas and disciplines, that may be sports, music, and arts. And I think that is what this 5th edition can bring for Nagaland state.
So for Brillante, I'm in charge of the logistics and operations, and I just want to share about something that is happening alongside with the concerts, and that is the stalls and the market that we have happening alongside with all these events. We will be having a flea market that will be open throughout during the time of the festival, a flea market, and also we have a Naga Pavilion where we are taking the startups from Nagaland, and also we have some people from Bangalore as well that will be coming in to join us during this time of this festival. So I believe that this is a great opportunity for us from the Nagas from here as well, and even from Bangalore also, to come and take this opportunity also, and to showcase our I think we do have some weaving items and the jewelries besides the food and all these things as well out there. So I believe that I'm quite excited for that as well. And we even as we were sharing about the Prestige Mall earlier, we will be having the contest and all this happening in the mall as well. So we do expect a very high footfall even in this area. So overall, we are expecting for this festival maybe about 20 lakh footfall during this time of the festival. So in terms of my area also, our preparation is big, it's going on, and yeah, I'm quite excited, and thank you. And any questions, definitely looking forward to it.
We have the Brillante team management who is doing the entire planning and curation. We have another team which is our event partner known as the O3. Those are our partners in Bangalore. And as I just read out the partners, maybe I'll just share about the brands who will come on board. Our presenting partner is Khoday Centre International School. And then we have, powered by Furtado's Music India and Steinway Pianos and Sons, Steinway and Sons. Steinway is known for being the makers of the finest pianos in the world, and so they are bringing their piano down from Bombay for us to use at the festival. We also have Tata Trusts, Yamaha Music India, Coca-Cola, as well as the other brands of the medical partner, Shasakra is there, yes, and the Meghalaya government, and our government being the industry government, the tourism, we're going to do some publicity for them. We have the blessing of our Chief Minister of Nagaland as well, who has been a supporter of our festival right from the very beginning. And of course, not to forget mentioning Tafma, who's also always been a part of our cheerleading group. Tafma has always been around. Then we have a host of institute partners as well. They're based in South India, obviously the main ones being Christ University, KMMC Chennai, which is the conservatory of A.R. Rahman, Rizhi Musical, Natalia Piano Studio. Also we have the Nisya Mujoli Foundation and Whistling Woods International, which is based in Bombay. They're also part of the whole production core team. They are quite big in film music and in terms of digital music as well as all of that. Now if you think why piano and all these various different kinds of branding coming along, is that piano is such a historical instrument, but beyond that it is known as the king of instruments. but the relevancy and the future of piano is just as strong as its history. And so as we move forward in innovative thinking and innovative ways of presenting music, it continues to be something that continues to adapt itself in the currency of what music trends are. And that's why piano just transforms itself into a digital device, into an acoustic device, into a technological device as well. And so everyone knows about piano tunes, piano tiles, and there's so many other ways, in which this instrument has adapted itself over the years. And so in that way, its appeal is far greater, and that's why through the piano we're able to bring in and string in so many different components that continue to support and fuel the festival as well.
Okay, I think the data coverage that we have had so far, we had the honor to have the press conference down there in Bangalore as well. So far we have had 22 media houses covered about the 5th edition of Brillante Piano Festival. So in South India, Canada, vernacular, global news, and the Associated Press is on board as well. And so like US Word Today, The Print, those are like the media houses that have covered us. So it's all over. Now we are expecting the Nagaland news to go viral. Yes, so those that's an update about our media coverage so far, and we hope to have a great a better and greater coverage from the Nagaland news as well, media. So,
thank you. I think the first one first, why we're moving out of the state. I think we had come to a point as a festival where it was time to grow, and the kind of growth that we needed to experience had to be taken out of the state. It doesn't mean that we will not have the festival in Nagaland anymore. We'll continue to have festivals in our home state, but in order to grow the movement, it has forced us to take the festival out of Nagaland. As I mentioned, 2017, it was just a local event for a local community. But by the 2019, that was the second edition, majority of our participants started coming from other parts of India, and then it continued growing. So I think sometimes, organizations have its own life, and organically, Brillante has decided to move out of the state because of how it has grown. And we believe it's also great because it takes our message, our culture, our finesse from our state to outside. Because when we go, we don't only do Western classical music. Since I said we're multi-genre, then we can imbibe all of our best from Nagaland and take it out. And we're so proud to present it to the rest of the world as a Naga product. Now, secondly, why Bangalore? Is because Bangalore is I think the best city in India, known for the richness of its culture, heritage, and not only that, art and music has flourished for hundreds of years in the south. And Bangalore also has such a diverse community that embraces all kinds of music, and for that we also needed that soft cushioning to come to a community where there was already attraction, a culture that supports art and music, and so it was a natural move. And secondly, we had a lot of associates and friends already who were part of the festival coming from South India, so Bangalore was a very easy choice. And obviously our event partner and venue partners, they just came on board as soon as the festival was announced, and I thought those were like signs that we felt were very accommodating to our moving down there as well. So as a team, we just went on the footing by faith and in believing in all the goodwill of people who are willing to host us.
Of Meghalaya will also be a headliner for the event. If you could tell us more, because he's been going viral for his guitar pieces. What is he performing? What can people expect?
So the reason why we initially approached him is because we came across a news about him acknowledging the blind musicians there in Meghalaya. So with that full faith, and then we could see that he has the heart to support especially able musicians. So that's how we approached him, and he gladly came on board. And he is the chief patron for the specially able musicians program. And so he gave his word. And so we are expecting, let's see how it will go, but we are expecting him to come and perform with the specially able musicians there, and also maybe a very special performance
Right.
next week.
I think for our Honorable Chief Minister of Meghalaya, he speaks and stands for a new kind of leadership in the country as well. A leadership that is not afraid to express themselves, I think, in many ways. He expresses his mind freely as well as his interests. And especially as a Chief Minister who has been passionate about music, he has, as you mentioned, he has been headlining that and going viral. So the transition of him just coming down there and also supporting the festival was for his own grassroots musicians program that they have begun in Meghalaya. We've invited them also to come and be a part of the festival. So he may come down with them, or he may come alone and support the festival by doing that. And also showing forth that even people in platforms and tables of power can be a part of a community that works for social impact and not only for official things at times. And so that's great. And of course, we always want to continue mentioning our Chief Minister, Srini Purio, because it is because of his vision and his heart for music to create that space in our state that we have also been able to grow in many different aspects within the state, not just Brillante, but I think all genres of music. And so with that also is also another pioneering leader within the country, because we are the only state in India that has a specific department allocated for music. And so that is also such a boost for us to talk about it, because it gives us great pride to represent a state that emphasizes and gives importance to music and arts as well. If you come, you will not get time to eat food also. Anyways, our event starts at 10 a.m. and it ends at 10 p.m. So the entire day we have parallel programs that take place in two buildings of the same property. One is the Forum Mall and the other is the Prestige Center for Performing Arts. We will have concurrent programs like the competitions that will go on in the main hall, which is the grand auditorium, more than 1,000 seater. Then in the exhibition hall, we have exhibits of institutes and different brands and different music boards that will be doing their exhibition. We have workshops that will concurrently take place at certain times of the day. We have 8 workshops, official workshops, that are lined up during the 2 days. We have panel discussions, 3 different panel discussions, which are going to be really interesting. One on approaches to music, the other in nurturing talent, and the other about having a heritage of music, but how do we innovatively present it for the future? And those 2 will be presented by Mr. Anthony Gomes, who is the head of Furtado's Music India, and Sachin Das, who is the head of Musi Musical in Chennai. So these 2 actually houses have been the primary gatekeepers, I would say, of India for more than a century. They were the first houses that brought instruments into India. They made not just Western instruments, but in terms of own indigenous instruments, the way they've been making, they've been also educational institutes, they've been selling, they've been the ones that have been really doing a lot of community work in the field of music. So as far as private entities, these 2 houses are going to be speaking on how do they preserve the heritage and yet innovatively look forward to a new India in terms of music. So those are the panel discussions. We also have showcase stages. These are very special 30-minute concerts that a host of schools, bands, individual performers, artists who will be performing during at various times at 2 different stage platforms during the festival. Now we have the exhibition and expo area where different kinds of pianos, different kinds of instruments, pianos, acoustic, digital, will be having an expo for people to come and experience, to touch, and to see the new products that are in the market. And as we said, we have another experience area where they will have food, cultural stuff, and also other products from Nagaland that will be also at the exhibits for people to come and have a taste and a feel of Nagaland. Our cultural, of course, group is also going down, so they're going to carry, you know, clothes from Nagaland to also let people festival goers have an experience on wearing Naga traditional clothes, and also having that grand cultural experience of not just Nagaland and Carnatic music, but Western music and all kinds of contemporary genres that will be there. So it'll be continually very, very festive and very busy, as we are expecting hundreds and hundreds of school children also will be coming and visiting the arenas in both the places. The whole festival is free. One has to only pay for the evening concert and the workshop sessions because there's limited seating for those areas. Otherwise, the concerts, the experiences, the expos, the exhibits, everything is free. So we're very excited. We want to take this time to also invite our community, our Northeast community, and especially our Nagas, to please come and support us, to just, you know, be a part, just celebrate with us and show us your faces, shake our hands, and just support the festival because we are all in it together. Thank you. Okay, now in terms of area and population, we know that whole of Kohima is not even one colony in Yukon, right? So I'm going to start with that. So I think last year our footfall was around 15,000. Yes.
Miss VK, I'm the PR head for Brillante. He's Akre Zogire, our festival director, Ma'am Kyochan Notisike, Dr. Kenny Hulie, Madam, and Mr. Namang. So we are here to, you know, spill our secrets. A lot of stuff that's going to happen, and we're really excited. And so thank you all so much for coming on board, taking your time out to be here today. So I would like to give time to our family.